Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy Friday to you all. Thank you for bearing with me on this one. I know this is a couple days late, but we are jumping on board with some EPEX one time. This, I believe, dropped 2 or 3 days ago, but on the original day of release, I didn't have time to squeeze it into the recording schedule, and then I was gone yesterday. I was taking a little day trip around the UK. So now we are back. Finally gonna get around to this one. I was planning on getting around to it anyways, but finally getting around to it, and I'm very excited about it. And I do believe, I think it was Sun Shower was their last comeback, right? I think. But I remember really liking Sun Shower, and I'm kind of hoping that we continue along the trend of just like a song that immediately latches onto my like musical receptors. So let's get into it. DJ, roll the intro. No captions, unfortunately, but that's okay. We'll make do with what is available. EPEX's Full Metal Jacket. Now, I have no idea what this is going to sound like. I mean, that's the case with every release that I listen to, is I don't know what it's going to sound like. So I'm very excited about it. I don't really know a whole lot about EPEX either. So the fact that every release that I get to listen to is kind of turns into a learning experience of sorts is very exciting for me. So let's dive into it. Here we go. Of course, you don't have to deal with the loud C9 intro. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, it's heavy, but not in the way I thought it was going to be. I hear that pitched percussion back there. That's sick. Okay. Whoa! That's the crunch I was expecting. What an interesting style. It's like it's got the intensity, but in the verses you get it in a form that you're not expecting just based off of the crunchy guitar. Yeah, that chorus, when it drops, it comes swinging in a way that the verses don't. Of course, gets smooth with it on the bridge. And that delayed re-entry there, okay. And this final chorus too, it's like, it's intense, but then it gets another notch more intense. Wow. Now, talk about bringing the heat. Talk about bringing in the intensity on that one. My goodness. That is definitely one of those songs that just does not hold back on its punches. Like even that bridge, the way it goes super smooth, it's still actually a pretty impactful bridge because it's so smooth and it creates such a nice contrast to the rest of the song, especially because it follows up that really aggressive, crunchy post chorus or the second half of the chorus. Oh, very interesting. It's, I'm trying to think of, there aren't that many boy groups out there who could do a sound like this justice, especially a song that is this heavy and this crunchy, but still spin it as a pop song. And I think that's the interesting part about it, because there's bands out there who could do crunchy sounds like this, but I'm trying to think who, because it's crunchy, but it still has plenty of the melodic elements left in it. And that's what I like about it. They're not just going full crunch just for the sake of going full crunch. They still have that musical melodic element to it. It's not just texture and rhythm anymore. So I like the balancing they've done with it. But the way the song starts too is so misleading, especially since it's followed up by the verse right after. But the way it starts with that, like palm muted, like really overdriven heavy guitar on the riff, and then all of a sudden that guitar goes away for the verse. It's like it catches you off guard because you're expecting the song to carry on that crunchy guitar vibe, but no, it gets replaced with a bass that kind of steps back a little bit in place for the vocal top line to make way. And like when I first listened to it, and you saw me first listen to it, when that first verse started playing and we lost the texture of the guitars, I was a little bit concerned is a wrong word, but curious, perplexed as to why. But it makes sense afterwards once we get to the chorus. But sure, we brought in some pitched percussion parts, a little bit of like engineering stuff here and there. Still haven't had the guitar back in. The beat's starting to ramp up a little bit. Still no guitar though. We're getting that pre-chorus riser. I mean, it's a pop song. The riser, I'd say 99 out of 100 times is going to be a riser in the pre-chorus leading up to the chorus drop. Still, no guitar yet. Still no guitar in the traditional sense. Now we get the guitar, and it's very much like, oh, it's back, it's finally back, that's where it's gone. It's gone one big full circle all the way around, and then it kind of does the same thing again. And for me, as someone who really likes rock music and someone who grew up around 80s rock music, I love it when a group throws in like a really heavy electric guitar part. I kind of like what EPEX have done with this, purely because they're doing things with the song without the guitar and keeping it fresh, and they're like sprinkling in the guitar when they can really use it, so the little guitar moments that you do get in the song hit a little bit harder than if the entire song was laced with it. So I like the controlled aspect of it. Very nice stuff. I can get on board with that. I can get on board with that. I know there's, I think, an EP that goes along with this, but it's again another time thing. Real life is kind of a mess right now at the moment. But I may have to listen to that EP in my own time. If I do, I'll write my thoughts about it. I'll put a pinned comment down below just so people who are curious can read my thoughts on that. But I can get on board with this. C9's groups have been. I'm trying to think because like Signature wasn't too long ago. It was like a month ago. Um, who's the other one? There's another one. CIX had a release, like right. Save Me, Kill Me was a little while ago, earlier on in the year. Great film. Film. The MV was great. The song was great. So it's nice to see some C9 artists like get actually properly stuck in with music this year again. Um, I'm hoping we get more C9 music because I do quite like a lot of the C9 artists. But that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back to the world. Whether it be, checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.